little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy.
Better be careful.
Why?
Your water and everything flip off.
No, it's going to be okay. I'm not used to sitting on this side, and whenever I put this table together in our new apartment, and I knew it was going to, you got the opposite ways. Right there, okay. And it was only supposed to be here just this one time, last time, right? But we've been slow to the unpack. We both work now.
Yeah, we kind of slacking on the getting the room unpacked.
We've got a spare room, but it don't look it looks like a spare room.
Yeah, it's just boxes and stuff. DVDs.
Why do you want to talk about my DVDs so much?
It's just funny.
You don't like that I have them?
I don't mind. I don't care. You got...
No, you care. You say, what are you needing DVDs for? Everything's on the internet now.
Well, you got like 300-400 DVDs and nowhere to... And you don't watch them.
I don't think I have that many.
You got 3 boxes
3 or 400. 2 boxes. Well, 2 bins. Big giant bins. And then 1 little tiny box. Like a shoebox.
Right. So that's a lot.
See, the shoebox is the stuff that is readily available to watch. Yeah, the hits, the classics.
Man, it's nice to not have to deal with DVDs anymore.
Yeah,
wiping them off. Sometimes they don't play. They skipping because they get a little scratch. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, the skip is the worst part of it. But I miss the special features of DVDs. I miss the commentaries, the audio commentaries. Audio commentaries are some of the most fun.
You think so?
Oh yeah, there's and Bubba Hotep, this movie about Elvis in a nursing home and he fights a mummy. The guy that plays him, Bruce Campbell, he does a audio commentary as Elvis watching the movie. Like he's been in hiding this whole time. Really great. And then like the early like Judd Apatow movies, like it's just kind of like a hangout sesh where they're all talking about it. Ooh, and one of the best like series like commentaries is Robin Big watching Robin Big.
Oh my god!
And they talk about the whole series. They talk about the whole thing. They're just sitting in a room. Them Jeff Tremaine. They're just sitting there talking about filming Robin Big.
Yeah, you super old school when it comes to the movies and films and all that stuff. I am more like the kids of this generation when it comes to attention span being so short. It's like everything going like they got them shorts on YouTube, where it's just a couple of seconds long, and then you go to the next one. So,
well, there was a time whenever I lived. Well, there was a mini span of years where I didn't have internet readily available.
Right.
From the moment I moved out of my parents' house to the, for a long time until you and I moved in together.
Yeah, and I told you, I'm
Wi-Fi.
like,
And
Kirk,
so
we can't live without no Wi-Fi. I can't live like that.
I know when I first moved out, like Netflix, they would still like mail things to your house. I don't know if they still do. I think they still do, but the streaming was just getting started a little bit. And so you would get like I had the 3 package. You'd get 3 DVDs at a time, and you would watch the movie, and then like you would go do something, listen to the commentary, maybe rewatch the movie, send it in. And maybe the next one would come the next day, and that was your entertainment.
Yeah. You know what I think is crazy right now? I don't know how it's still so many red boxes up. What are people doing? And sometimes I see people getting DVDs out of them. I'm like,
They wouldn't be there if people didn't, Carmen.
Obviously, who is these people getting these DVDs?
The people that watch DVDs.
The people like you. That's where you can meet your friends, right at the red box.
Yeah, just hang out at the red box, wait for Steve to show up. Yeah. Well, it's still cheaper than renting on streaming, I think, because a night rate is like $1, $2 or something.
Well, I mean, you can still put it into the game systems and stuff. Most of them, right?
Yeah, people still have DVD players.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't used the DVD in so long. It's just, I mean, I will watch Party Monster, but I can find that online. You know, I find all my shows online.
Right.
Most TV shows and movies, it's just a click away on Google. Just click a couple buttons and then you get the show.
Yeah.
And you might get a virus on your phone, but
Maybe.
you get the show.
Yeah, you get all the viruses.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That back room is it's gonna. I did a box or two a few days ago, so it's just going in there and doing one box at a time.
One box at a time.
Yeah, I feel like this apartment, we got more space and more storage space, and we kind of don't know what to do with it.
It's kind of
like I even feel like I'm not even cleaning. I'm like, it's too much to clean at this point.
too much to clean.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like it's just.
We just moved in.
I know.
Give it a month before you start to clean. We don't even have a vacuum yet.
I know, that's true.
And that's
And we don't got a Swiffer for the floors either.
I'm debating. Like, I'm looking at the vacuum. I'm doing my shopping. I'm looking at the vacuums at every store I go to. The Targets, the Walmarts, the Home Depots.
We could go to Dollar General and probably get one for $15.
No, I couldn't even get a plunger at the Dollar General, Carmen.
No,
I tried. They
which
didn't have
one?
it.
Which one you go? Did you go to the one close to us?
Yeah,
They didn't even have a plunger.
they didn't even have a plunger. All they had were sink plungers. They didn't have toilet plungers.
Yeah, that sucks.
And they only had brushes because we got a pretty low flow toilet. So sometimes there's leftovers.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
You might
Don't put that out there.
You might have to brush off a little bit.
No, you don't. You just flush the toilet again, and then it does it.
I don't know. See, I think this is one of the differences between the boys and the girls. Is I actually look at the toilet typically when I use it.
Yeah.
Where you don't actually look at the toilet.
Yeah.
Right. So I see what's down there.
But you want to know what the other difference between boys and girls is?
What is?
Typically, the girls are cleaning the toilets. So what the fuck you care? You got to look at it anyway.
That's not
most
true.
of the time.
No.
Unless you're a house dad.
Yeah, you don't give me the credit for the toilet cleaning that I do.
Boy, bye.
It's true.
I'm just saying, you boys don't get in there. Like, most of my friends that are women, they're like, oh my God, the bathroom is always a thing that all the girls talk about. It's like the bathroom. Like, he don't get in there and he don't do it. Like, no.
I've been in a women's room before, and it is not always the most pleasant.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing that there's some dirty
as
girls
gross
out there.
as some of those women's rooms are, maybe the women should be cleaning the toilet.
All right, I'm not the one making the women's room gross, and I don't think my friends are either. But yeah, I told you we were when we were on our way up here or down here. Sorry, over here. What the fuck ever. We here on our way here. We stopped at this Burger King, and the bathroom was so bad. I ain't never smelled a girl's bathroom.
At the gas station.
Yeah, it was a gas station, Burger King, and from everything you could see, the whole place was struggling. The whole place was a struggle bus. They didn't have.
I went to the other side to go get some coffee, and there was one woman. She was counting her register, and then there were 20 people in line with this other woman, like doing her register.
Yeah,
like just checking people out.
And she probably slowly counting, like, see if she get a bunch of those before I finish.
Yeah, she's just sitting there counting money. I think it was the end of her shift, but everybody's like, what's she doing over there? Why is she just counting money? Like,
go in the back, girl.
Get rid of this line you got. Nope.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely like, I mean, obviously you noticed stuff before the pandemic. I mean, people have always been people, but it's definitely very noticeable. The lack of accountability and work ethic and things you see now, just going simple places like the store, and it's like where we go to Kroger to use the money services we're talking about. It's like, we don't got no money services
Like,
today.
I don't think anybody's over there.
I ain't got nobody. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Last time I went to the Kroger, I was like, I'm looking at everything on the shelf, and it's, everything's like $10 less with a card, $5 less with a card. I'm like, I gotta get my hands on one of them Kroger cards. But I use the self checkout.
Yeah, how you gonna sign? Yeah, because it's only one person doing a regular checkout, and it's a bunch of people with big baskets in line. So what you gonna do? Wait for an hour to get that card?
And so I look over at the cash services where we tried to get the money ordered for our first payment of the rent here, and there was a guy there, and he was talking to a girl that was working the thing, and I was like, oh, that's my chance. I'm gonna go to the services, and get that
Kroger card.
That Kroger card. So he's over there, and then she takes care of him. He leaves, and then I'm standing right next to the guy. The line's not a line back; the line's sideways.
Right.
So I'm standing, and then she goes into the back, into this back room, and I'm just standing there. I'm like, okay, maybe she got something to do over there. It's fine.
Did she never come back?
And then this other guy, the guy that told us we don't have anybody, we were like, is the money services? And he's like, probably not. We don't have anybody. He comes up to me and he says, which way did she go? Did she go into that door or this door? I said, she went into that door. And then he goes into that door. And then I'm just standing there, and then he comes out, and then he walks out from behind the counter and then back to his register where he was going. And I'm still there, and he doesn't look at me at the time that he comes out. So then I leave. No Kroger card.
It's so stupid. It's like, realistically, you could probably get one online and they'll send it to you. But, if you do it in the store, you get it right away, which that's what most people do.
Right.
But
I know whenever we were younger, we just had it because you got to give them your phone number and your address.
Yeah, and
or they would just give you the card, and then you'd have a card.
Yeah, they scan it for you to give it to you.
You don't have to enter your info or anything. You just have to keep the card.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's still pretty simple. It's just they ain't got the people to do nothing. It's kind of ridiculous.
But she was right there, Carmen.
Yeah, I know. Lazy. That's what I'm talking about. Work ethic. That too. We go to Taco Bell. You asked a girl at Taco Bell for fire sauce. Didn't put any fire sauce in the bag. All mild sauce. So before we pulled off, I said, hello, we didn't get fired. You said, hey, can I have some fire sauce? She gives you a handful of hot and mild. And then she didn't even look at it. She just grabbed a handful of sauces and threw it in the bag.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with me and you. Because you were there and you get all flustered about that situation.
I'm not flustered.
No.
I just don't really care.
Okay, but you get all freaked out about it.
It's not being freaked out. I just don't care. It's not that big of a deal. There's worse things to worry about than if she gave me hot sauce rather than fire sauce.
But you wanted the fire, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted the fire sauce. But in the end, do I really care? Not really.
See, if I was with my mom or my sister, we wouldn't have left that place till we got our fire sauce because that's what we ordered.
Drama queens. You gotta have drama.
It's simple stuff. I asked for this. I'm paying for it.
Right.
Give me what I asked for.
Right.
I did not tell you a second time, and then I would have said, hey, this isn't fire sauce. Are you out?
I just don't see
Can you spell?
I just literally don't see it as that big of a deal.
Because at that point, I feel disrespected. So I need to know, can you spell?
Right.
Is that the issue? Or are you struggling with spelling? Or, are you just lazy? Or, what's the problem?
Right.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to come in and get my own.
As we've just said, there's not a lot of people working. So probably a little overworked.
Yeah, and the people working suck.
Yeah.
All you got to do is pick the right sauce.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, but I just don't feel like
I'm not gonna get my day ruined because I didn't get the free sauce correctly that I wanted.
No, I'm pretty sure her day be a little more ruined than yours. But I don't know. It's just in general. It's, oh my God, you see it all across the board. everywhere you go, whether it's a store, a restaurant, everything. It's just like, Jesus Christ. But we did find a nice Coney Island here for breakfast that I was pretty excited
It's a
about.
diner.
It's a diner, but in Detroit, Olympic Coney Islands are popular, and it's pretty similar to that.
Okay.
So I was happy that I could find something that feels like home. The food
It was Labor
from
Day.
home.
It's probably like the last time we're gonna have like a day off or a morning together, like to do something like that.
No, we'll have weekend mornings off.
Weekend, but it was a weekday.
Yeah, weekday mornings, right? Yeah, so we were able to do that, and that was nice.
Yeah, we went to Olympic Diner. It was great.
Right.
You got chili cheese fries.
Chili cheese fries and
a Reuben, but no sauce on the sandwich. See that? No sauce on the sandwich, sauerkraut on the side. That's why you're difficult, Carmen.
I'm not difficult.
Let me get a Reuben. Sauce on the side, sauerkraut on the side, and pickles, please.
Yeah, See, I was telling you, in Detroit we have corned beef houses, so you get to go and get those nice corned beefs. Huge corned beefs. You get these nice corned beefs, perfect corned beef slices, everything,
Right.
and it comes with mustard, Swiss, and a pickle. That's kind of what I was aiming for.
Right.
But they didn't have that, so I tried to recreate it on the menu. But then they didn't have onion rolls, so then I just had to give up and put stuff on the side. Right. Okay, sometimes I am difficult, but I was impressed that they had basic. It was regular food, just done correctly.
Right.
It's like if the steak medium, cook the steak medium. If the eggs over easy, cook them over easy. It's that simple.
Right.
And I shouldn't have been impressed by people doing a basic job, but I was, because nobody's been doing it correctly the last couple of years, I feel like. That kind of sucks.
Because you ordered steak and eggs at Bob Evans previously, and she asked you how you wanted it.
Right.
And it was a sirloin that it was supposed to be, but I don't know.
Worse.
I don't know what kind of meat that was.
I was like, I don't know either. It's gray. It's gray all the way through.
It's gray all the way through. It looked like just like a spare piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just
all right, Bob Evans. So this is the last time.
But then you wanted to go there again.
Well, when we first went there, the lady looks at me and she's like, "Our fried chicken is great. We hand
really
bread
good.
it 2 times." I'm
Two
like,
times.
"Oh, thanks."
And it's made to order.
It's like, thanks for describing how great your fried chicken is to me, girl. I don't want the fried chicken, but thanks.
Well, you did ask if,
we could have dinner or lunch.
Do we have to order breakfast? And she said,
Right.
no, the whole menu. Therefore.
Well, sometimes I'll go to a restaurant, and if they, breakfast is the same. It's eggs, it's potatoes, it's bread. It's the same everywhere you go. Where, like, if they got a lunch menu, I like to get something different sometimes.
Right.
Instead of getting eggs. I like eggs, but you got eggs anytime.
Yeah.
I can make eggs at home easily.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I am a little difficult.
You are.
But I'm just expecting people to do what they have to do. So, eventually the podcast will have a different setting. Once we get that spare room together.
Right.
It's probably going to be a while.
I don't think it'll be a while. Maybe next time.
We're going so slow, though. I feel like we're not moving fast.
Yeah.
We're both working. So.
Yeah, we're both working. I'm actually kind of pulling double duty. Been trying to be Carmen's little chauffeur man. Trying to get you to and from your jobs. How's that going? Do I do a good job?
Yeah, it's been super helpful. Like I said, my first, I got to get a car down here as soon as possible, because even I got to get my license first, then get a car. Even getting my license first, I'm not driving our car.
Right.
It's too large. I can't.
You get used to it?
No, you'd be so upset. Like, I put this work into this car and it's dings everywhere. Sorry. You don't want to share a car with me. I'll tell you that much.
It's not going to ding. You'll just rip the bumper off. So it's plastic in there. And the funny thing is about like all the, so we've got a Grand Marquis. all of like the Grand Marquis that I see, they all have like rubs on the corners of them because they are just too big. They're too big of a car. Like they got rubs all over the four corners of it. I find it hilarious. But
but I mean,
I'm happy that I didn't put any of those rubs on ours.
You haven't seen me in action driving a car. I don't think you actually understand what the situation is because you haven't actually seen it yet. You don't want to share a car with me. That's not something you want. Like, I'm just telling you. And they say that, like, we talk about girls and guys' bathrooms. Girls' cars are typically a little dirty.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's I know just the trash that you leave in what we have right now. I got a hoodie in there. I got water bottles in there. I don't drink smart water. I use a stainless steel water bottle and I fill it up.
Yeah,
you're trash.
Oh my God! Even on the way driving up, I have so many water bottles and so many things.
Yeah,
you gotta be comfortable. That's a long ride.
No, you fill up your water and then you get rid of it.
I need to have ice water. It gotta be cold every time.
You don't though.
So typically, if I get a water bottle and then by the time it's not cold, I don't want that one.
Okay, but my water bottles are insulated, so they stay cooler longer.
They're still not as cold as I want it to be.
They're pretty cold. How would you know if you didn't try?
Yeah, that's true.
So one of the highlights of this area, we found a Mexican grocery store market, and they got tons of stuff.
They do. They got a lot of stuff. I don't want to get too crazy because I already know some things I may not like, and I'm just because I eat with my eyes.
Right.
So I'll see something that look cool, but it's a different culture, and it might not be what you think it's gonna be. It might be
it might have a little
extra or something.
Extra something in there that you're like, oh, that kind of takes it out. I know the first time when I was a little kid, I used to like sodas, fancy sodas and stuff. And I had a Doritos the first time, and the flavor just wasn't what I was used to. But then I grew up a little bit, and then I had it again later. And it was great. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So something changed. Maybe like the flavors that I had like changed, where it made to me more acceptable.
Changed.
Yeah, that's how.
You changed.
Right.
Your taste buds changed.
Right. Something happened where those flavors became more acceptable to me, and I liked them a little more.
Yeah. Well, they say that the younger you are, the more taste buds you have. So as you get older, they wear off, and then things are. It might have been, it might have been too strong for you, or just a shock, and you was like, "Oh, what is this?"
But this market, it's got certain ways to do things. Like they've got this like big giant baked bread section with like cookies and bread.
And I went there in the morning because I was at orientation, and they were just filling it.
Yeah,
it was awful.
I know, it's all full. They fill everything up. It's all hot and warm.
It's like 12 full cases.
Gigantic cases. It filled this whole apartment with all the bread that they put out there. And then whenever I took you there the first time, or the second time, and you actually saw that bakery section was there, it was all empty.
Right. And it was a few things there.
But they do it weird where they have like places where you can like you take like the wax paper and you should get a bag and you put it in the bag, but they don't do it like that. What they do is you go to the stand and you grab like a lunch tray.
Yeah.
And then some tongs, and then you go through and you pick your stuff and put it onto the lunch tray, and then you take it over to the girl, and then she writes down how much of what you have on the bag. Hands you the bag, you take it to the cashier, and then she types in all the stuff that's in the bag on the bag.
Right. So they have a whole different system.
And then you put the tongs back, and then she cleans the thing, and she puts the tray back. And I'm like, I went there 3 times before I even showed it to you. I went there 3 times.
Jesus.
Trying to figure out how to do this bread. One day I got there too early. There was nothing in the bread. I don't even know if they were open yet, but I was walking around. Nobody said anything to me.
They're probably just opening, but the bread wasn't out yet.
And then I went again, and then I still didn't see anything. But then whenever we went and all the bread was gone, I was like, oh, I've seen how the people do it. So then we went another time, and then there's actually some product in there that I could sample. Oh, the cookie was great. Yeah. Cream horn was great.
So you got to go around 9 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock. That's when all the shit is in there. That's when they're putting all the stuff out. They put it out early.
Right.
It was closer to about 9:30, 10 o'clock when I went, and he was stocking everything. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much stuff. But yeah, those people come up there, man. This is their spot. This their.
The parking lot's always packed.
Yeah, they go in there and they can buy up all those breads. I mean, you get it cheap and it feeds a large family.
Right.
Get a bunch of bread. Bread fills you up. So bread, rice, and beans for dinner, that's what you get. Everybody go to sleep full.
Right.
So it's an easy thing. Feeds family. Especially with inflation being what it is right now. It's probably a perfect spot to feed a large family.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
It's nice. And
Yeah, it
as comforts. They also have like a hot side.
Yeah.
Where you can get stuff. We had a shrimp quesadilla. I ordered the shrimp quesadilla. I never heard of Carmen ever ordering a shrimp quesadilla.
You lying.
And then after I ordered the shrimp quesadilla, what did you order?
Shrimp quesadilla.
A shrimp quesadilla. Why do you order the same thing as me?
Why you don't want me to?
I just think it's weird.
Kirk does this thing where he orders the best thing off the menu, and then I order the special one.
You don't know it's the best thing. It's the first time neither one of us have been there.
But I know it looked like the best thing.
We didn't see it. They don't have the quesadilla sitting out there.
I used to order the same thing as you all the time, and you'd be like, well, you ordering what I'm ordering, and then you would tell me that you're ordering something else, and then order something else so that I wouldn't order the same thing as you.
Right.
That's that only child shit. That's fucking crazy.
Well, wouldn't you like to have something different than me?
No, I wanted to order the same thing, and then you gonna tell me something else and order something else. Sometimes I don't make the best choices.
Right. Do you think you have?
What?
When is a time that you've ordered something and you were just like, that was the perfect thing to order?
Not many times.
Why do you think that is?
Because I have a higher expectation than what the people can provide. So I expect, like, for example, where did we go? We went somewhere. I can't remember where we went. But I ordered something and you was like, it's a wing place. Like, why would you order that? That's not gonna be good. Like,
you order like a pasta or something
at the wing place, and then you wonder why it's not good.
Right.
But I just expect that if you're selling a pasta that is supposed to taste good, why are you selling bad shit? You know what I mean? But you are right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't give people
know
that.
Where you're at.
Right. You got to know where you're at.
Yeah.
And that's my fault for doing that. But like, we went to this place in Bar Harbor when we were in Maine. And I ordered a pasta at a place on the water. They should have been able to do seafood pasta properly, and it still was wrong. So I don't know where I went. What did I do there?
That looked pretty gross.
Yeah, but the thing was, when we walked in and the server's shirts were dirty and had holes in it, you should have known that you only should be ordering fries.
Right.
Chicken tenders or something. Because they probably, if they can't put on a clean shirt here,
they
probably can't make a nice pasta.
We were the second and third person into the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the owner was the first.
Yeah. And I try to be respectful about that because I work in restaurants and not come in as soon as people open, because people don't like when you come in as soon as they open.
But if you are in a tourist area, that's pretty much just how it is, though.
It's expected, right, because you're already walking around, but it's still I mean, the people in the kitchen still get annoyed when you come in and that first ticket coming in, like, damn, you just sitting here waiting. Like, people still get annoyed whether you should or not.
Right.
So...
Right, and that's why we didn't make it to your friend's restaurant. Because you didn't want to get there right when it opened, and then by the time you had a friend that was like gonna be like a sous chef at the place or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, you said the opening's at this time, and you got us all amped up for like a week. You know, I was like, are we going to this thing or not? And you're like, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna go. So then whenever it was time to go, I was like, okay, come on, let's go. You're like, they just opened. We can't go right now. And then so you make us wait an hour and a half, and then by the time we get there, they're not seating people for 2-3 hours. They're like, we're not even gonna seat anybody for 2-3 hours.
Yeah, but that was the host that fucked them over. Because the
it was
host,
also the first day.
It's the first day, but the host's supposed to control the flow. And she literally opened the doors and set every table at the same time, because it must have been a line outside the door for it to be like that. and she opened up the door and she said every single seat in a restaurant all at the same time, which means you automatically overwhelm the kitchen.
Right.
And now you're automatically on a hold. You're supposed to start off and space it out. Let a few tables in.
But
let
don't
a
you
few
think
tables
that
in.
the person running the place would have been like, okay, it's our first day. Don't just flood us. Like,
Right.
as soon as you see the problem. Like the whole scenario was bad.
Yeah, but you can't this is a host problem. It's been a host problem. It's difficult to deal with. I did hosting for my internship. They was yelling at me too, and I'm not trying to do it, but these people are like, I want this seat right now, and it's fucking ridiculous. And they start yelling at you, and then like people, like normally the hosts are nice little white girls that's like doing the hosting, and these people come in and cuss them out, and they get their way, and that's just typically how it is. And I don't know, it sucks, but that was the host that screwed them over that day.
I don't know. I would think that it was a whole different thing. The whole business. I would think that if it's your first time, you knew there was going to be a rush, and like I was the guy that ran the thing, I'd be like, okay, do about 5 people, do about 5 people, do about 5 people.
That's what should have been said. I don't think they had a meeting before.
Right.
They just threw that girl
So
out
that's
there
not
for the
her
first
fault.
day.
That's improper training.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big part of things too. That's a big part of turnover being what it is improper training. But whatever.
You've made a pretty nice friend here.
No.
Meets you at the door when you hangs out at the door for you.
Oh my God, Kirk. I can't deal with it.
Why not?
So I knew whenever we go to a different state, there's different bugs and animals that you have to deal with. But considering I'm from Detroit and we're a few hours away from Detroit, I assumed that the animals and bugs were pretty similar. Because why wouldn't they be? We're a few hours apart. No, it's different shit here. It's geese everywhere, shitting everywhere. That's a problem. It's a frog by our door, and he's out of control.
Why is he out of control? He's just living his life, Carmen.
Oh my God. What was it, last week? I opened the door to go out and smoke, and the frog is sitting right on our door, right up against our door.
Step at the bottom of the door, yeah.
And so I closed the door real quick, and I'm like, Kirk, you got to come get it. And Kirk's like, be a grown woman, Carmen, and deal with the frog. I'm like, that's what you here for. What the fuck I'm going to do it?
The frog's not going to hurt you.
I don't care. What you want me to do?
You step over it.
No, I'm going to smash him.
No, you don't smash the frog.
I'm not stepping over no frog and he jump on me.
The frog's not doing nothing to you.
Kirk, I need it to be out the way. I don't want it on the doorstep or next to me and he ain't got no shame in his game. Like, he just hangs out and he doesn't scare off. He doesn't jump around. He's just like, you in my area.
Yeah, this is my home.
Yeah.
And I like to say, I just point at the ground and you give a little jump. You're like, it's fun.
So you grabbed a hanger and got him off the door, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then
I just kind of nudged him.
then the next day he did it again.
Did he?
And you wasn't here. So I had to get him.
Yeah.
I was like, tap it on the floor to get him to hop away, and then I just take the hanger and I just slapped his ass onto the fucking mulch, and he flipped over and everything.
Oh, I didn't know.
I feel so nasty touching that thing.
Why did
It's
you
a little
slap
chunky
him?
little frog.
Why did you slap him?
Because I need him to get out of
No,
here.
you just gotta give him a little.
Oh, I had to do it fast and get out of there. I didn't know what he was gonna do. I don't know what
That's
to
why he
expect.
hasn't been around.
I don't know. I slapped his ass real hard. I knocked him across the damn thing. Like,
It's horrible.
no, it's not.
I can't believe you. He's just an innocent frog.
Kirk, he's just hanging out.
Yeah, I know. He's just hanging out.
I told you, I'm like, how the cats ain't got him yet?
Nah.
You would think the cats would.
And then
Be
I told you.
interested
Then
in
what
it.
did I tell you?
Cats kill things to just kill it.
Well, if the cats killed all the frogs, there wouldn't be any frogs.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Right. Some frogs gotta live.
I know, but you would just I would just assume that a cat being in this, complex, because it's a few cats in the complex, I would just think that a frog moving around, a cat would want to mess with it.
There's a cat that is always sleeping behind the building, and whenever you walk past, it looks an angry cat. It's only looking at you. Like when we first drove up,
and he eat because he a nice sized cat.
a big cat, and he just looks at you like you're disturbing him. What do you think those cats do with the raccoons? We have raccoons here too.
Well, we live at the Raccoon Creek, so
Yeah.
Why do you think they call it that?
Because of the raccoons.
That's ridiculous. They be in the garbage, and they don't care either. All the animals around here, they just like get out of my way.
Yeah, it was whenever we first moved here. I went to go take out the trash, and for some reason, one of the dumpster lids doesn't close. It's just always open. And I threw the.
I mean, I'm okay with that as well because I put a garbage in there and a bird flew out the back and then I went running. I was like, oh my God, I didn't got time to be opening this thing. It's too much time. I need to be throw and run.
I threw the bag in there, and then like some eyes were looking at me after I threw the bag. Like the raccoon was in there, and I didn't know. I was like, oh no, there's something in there. It's really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd be at nighttime. They'd be crawling all over. It'd be 3, 4, 5 raccoons in the garbage.
Yeah.
That's why in Portland they lock down the garbage cans. Like the big dumpsters, they have locks on them, and then the owners has the key to the lock, and they open them to throw out garbage.
Also, so people don't throw their trash out.
That's a big part of it too, and especially in Portland because you got those purple trash bags that people got to pay for. But if they did it here, they'd be able to stop some of the animals dragging stuff out of the garbage can and making a mess.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter if you got maintenance.
That's right.
Get over there and handle what them raccoons did.
Yeah. Clean up the mess over there.
Yeah.
Dumpster 4.
All right. You good?
Sure.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Sweet Gravy. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.